Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. I have 2 activities planned for us for Fun Friday today. The first one is handwriting and the second one is oral language. For handwriting, you will need your green handwriting book and you will need some crayons. Go ahead and get your green handwriting book out and your crayons. When you're ready, we will start on page 54. And before we start, we're going to review our letter of the week. The letter of the week was the letter A. To build the letter A, you need 2 big lines and 1 little line. You always start up at the top. Your smiley is up in the top corner. You're going to do big line down, little line across. The letter A says ah, ah, and it makes the motion with 2 hands down in the front, up and around. Ah, ah. Good job. When you're done reviewing, we will start on page 54 in our handwriting book. On page 54, this is the pre-stroke page for the letter A. This page is going to help us practice our slide lines, that line we use with the big line down. You're going to start up at the top with that alligator. Ah, ah, alligator. And you're going to slide him down. Start at the top, slide. Start at the top, slide. Start at the top and slide. Start at the top and slide. Great job. You took care of the big line on this side, the first big line. Now we're going to practice the big line that goes the other way. This is our second big line and it slides this way. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with our crayon right up at the top of that alligator and slide to the right. Start at the top and slide. 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 Great job. When you're done practicing your slide lines, you can flip over to page 55 and we will do our letter A page. I see a big alligator in the middle. Alligator starts with the letter A. Alligator. And we are on the A page. We're going to review the letter A by pointing to the lines and the slate board. We start with a big line. We add our second big line, and we add our little line across, and there's the A on our slate. Can you think of any A words? Alligator, apple, applesauce. What other words can you think of that start with the letter A? When you are ready, you are going to take your crayon and start at the top where the arrow is. Remember, we always start at the top. Our smiley's in the top corner and we always start our letters at the top. Take your crayon and start right at that arrow. Big line down, little line across. 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 Excellent job. When you are done, you can color your alligator. I'm coloring my alligator green. You can color your alligator any color you want. Remember, for our 3-year-olds, we are practicing that grasp with the crayon. Our 2 fingers and a thumb holding that crayon. Our 3-year-olds are going to practice scribbling, holding, grasping, scribbling, and just imitating some lines and curves. Our 4-year-olds we're going to encourage to trace the lines on the page. When you are done, you can practice some of our apps on the Learning Without Tears app if you have had a chance to download it. On page 294, you have the Wood Piece app where you get to use your finger or mouse to move around the wood pieces and build your letter A. And on page 300, You can use the Wet Dry Try app, where you get to use the slate board and you get to do wet, dry, and try with some chalk and some water and your finger. You can use your mouse or your finger depending on what type of electronic device you are using. But those are two great apps to continue practicing the letter A. When you're all set with your handwriting, we will start our oral language. For oral language, I have my friend Squawker here with me, and he's going to help me introduce our two words today. Our first word is the word airplanes. Our second word is the word clouds. Airplanes take people and things to other places. Clouds are made from drops of water collecting in the sky. They can look white or they can be gray and puffy. For today's activity, you will need your 2 pages from your week 4 packet, some clouds and some pictures of some airplanes, and also some toy airplanes that you can play with. You can read a book about clouds on YouTube. We sent a link to you so you can look at the book and listen to it and listen to a book about airplanes and clouds on YouTube. And then I'll encourage you to play with planes that you have in your home. I have a very big green plane that I can play with today. If you don't have any planes in your house, you can pretend to be a plane. Put your arms out and zoom, fly all around your room. It's a great transition from activity to activity or room to room to pretend to be an airplane. You can review your pictures. We have clouds. These are white clouds. And we have airplanes. There's 4 different types of airplanes. Some are taking off and some are landing. Here are some planes. If you made your cloud art project a couple weeks ago, you can also look at your clouds. We made a white fluffy cloud up on top and a gray rainy cloud on the bottom. So you can also refer back to that as well. And you can go outside today and look and see if there are any clouds in the sky. This weekend's supposed to be a nice weekend. There's supposed to be some sunshine outside, so make sure you get outside and enjoy the beautiful fresh air and the nice weather. I can't wait to hear from you on Monday all about what you did over the weekend. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.